woohoos. We need the woohoos.
Beyond the stars lie a web of pearls. Each gemstone a miniature world unto itself. Upon these worlds interconnected our stories are told, and the fate of creation hangs in the balance. Welcome to the Titan's Gift.
This was an EDM concert. We'd be going so hard right now when it's the Titan's Gift. What's us, guys? We're the Seattle crew. Not even the bow tie on.
Luke's getting a dog. Yeah. Here are the dogs.
Levi looks like he's asking us if we even lift, bro.
Here are the dogs. Luke knows he knows. Here are the dogs he knows.
Both known dogs and unknown dogs. Known, unknown dogs.
Just handling all the animals.
That was a long time ago.
Greetings and welcome to Die Dragon Die presents the Titan's Gift Campaign. Yay! Episode 19. I'm your demon host Marty, joined by the Seattle crew. How's everyone doing tonight?
Yeah, so yeah,
we've got a full crew in the house.
Ooh, and a dog. The
and
dog's getting on it
dogs
early.
That we know.
Hell yeah.
Oh, who is this little muffin?
This is Peanut.
He even has a small dog name.
She's always on my lap when I'm working, especially when I'm working from home.
Nice.
Yeah, this
Just a warm thing. Did Peanut come from South Africa as well, or is she?
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
That's why she's always on your lap. She's like, "Why did you bring me to this frigid wasteland?"
Yeah. Our cats are like that too. They lie on the vents for the central heating. So they'll just lie on the vents and be like boiling hot, but at least they're not cold, I suppose.
Yeah, we've had some relatively cold weather in the last couple of weeks here in Seattle, with like actual snow and city shut down and that sort of thing.
The whole city.
I still have 2 feet of snow on my lawn.
Nice.
Wow.
There's nothing outside on my sidewalk.
The homeless.
Except for homeless, yeah. Anyways.
Ironically, they predicted more snow for the area where I live tonight, so we'll see.
I saw the rest of this week is supposed to be a little dicey.
The rest of the week?
We'll see.
We'll see.
If we have to go into the office anymore or not.
All right.
Yeah,
so aside from the snow, how are you doing, Neil?
I'm doing very well, man. Very, very well. Glad to be back.
Leveling for Zephyrus is done?
I think so. Did you take a quick look to see if I
can? What 2 spells did you take?
I am still trying to figure out what to take. I think one that I'm inclined to take is Stone Call, but I haven't quite decided just yet. I'm specifically looking for things with no saving throws and no spell resistance, because I know we're going to start running into that.
This is your second level Magus? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
Did you see Burning Gaze was kind of a fun offensive one?
So the reason why I didn't think about Burning Gaze is I'm a wizard evoker in my primary, and taking fire here wouldn't make sense as opposed to having fire for the wizard part.
Cool. And then you learn how to do spell recall, which is pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with my my arcane pool, I can recall a spell that I've already cast, but I have to spend the number of points from my arcane pool equal to the spell level or something like that. But I can only do it once per day, right? Or can I do it as long as I have arcane pool open?
As long as you have arcane pool points, your total went up. I fixed that, and I fixed your caster level for your magus spells. Aside from that, it looks good.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't see anything else here that's jumping out at me. Your saves maybe changed?
I've updated my saves. I think my fortitude and my will save both became 4 base. So I've updated.
Your wisdom was already okay. Great. All right. So Zephyrus is up to date. Awesome. Levi, what's going on?
Oh,
I actually didn't spend a point at level 4 for ability scores, though. So I could probably increase strength, dexterity, con, and wisdom or charisma.
You did.
No, I didn't.
You only get that once for character level, not for Gestalt.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. Makes sense.
Yep. Looks like you did already.
Okay.
What's going on with you?
Saying hi to Ahmed currently.
But
Apparently construction doesn't stop even if it snows and 50-year storm around here.
that's good.
So you had to go in the office.
No, I mean we got 2 days off, but it's nothing near what everybody else is getting everywhere else. And there's
Still the expectation of
gotta get it done. Gotta do it. Also, I'm working on a new sponsor, Zevia. Pick us up.
What? What is that? Knockoff Russian brand cola?
But we're drinking Pepsi Max.
They told us,
It'll be a roll-off.
they told us to stop writing them letters. They got really upset.
What is?
But Levi, did you bring a Zevia for me?
I did.
I brought 6.
Because they come at a low cost of $3.99 for 6.
That's fantastic. I'm going to go get a Zevia right after I report how my week was.
I've never had a Zevia.
What did you pick for Ludo? Ludo, when he leveled up
I
to
got
4th level alchemist.
Bark skin and cat's grace, and then I've got a discovery of precise bomb.
Nice.
Because
bombing your friends is not fun.
yeah,
Yes, please get precise bomb.
actually, that professor is never anywhere near those. No, it's usually Manny. I'd like to keep my friend alive.
Yep.
How does the professor feel about keeping Manny alive?
It's pretty,
Ambivalent?
I mean, Manny has his uses. He definitely, like, be a...
He's no murder bug, but he's alright.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright.
Matt, what's going on with you, man?
Not much, man. I was stuck in the house for a while, but we actually drove over to Bremerton in kind of the worst of the snow.
Nice.
Okay.
Took the ferry over. Turns out the ferries don't have a problem with snow because water is still water.
It's just a severe amount of cold to impact the ferries. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
A world-changing amount of cold.
Yeah, and then I was carrying a pager around this week for work, and it went off fairly often. But I'm not anymore.
Done with call?
Done with that. Yep, done with that.
Heck yeah.
So in your character sheet for, I don't know if I did this recently or not, but I did put in your familiar skills on Ferris's sheet.
Yes.
Because it's easiest to...
Yep.
It's based off of your ranks, so for it to be on a completely different sheet, the context switching drives me nuts.
Yeah, I think I've got all those updated.
Okay.
I've been keeping them up to date. I noticed them there. I love them.
And then what did you get at 4th level bard?
At 4th level bard,
You're a weird kind of bard, aren't you?
pretty much just not too much. I mean, my bardic knowledge goes up by 1.
Yep.
So all my knowledge skills go up by 1, which is nice. Level 4 bard doesn't really have anything other than you get level 2 spells, which is a thing for sure. So for level 2 spells, I picked up Suggestion.
Which bards get it 2nd instead of 3rd? Cool.
And I've got a little harp a little pipes that I can use to boost it a little bit more than normal.
Nice.
And callback. What the fuck is callback? It's a good question. So callback is from Ultimate Wilderness, so you can house rule that son of a gun out if you like. But take a look at it. Callback basically says if your familiar takes damage, it can teleport back to you as long as it stays within long range.
That's not like if I make a joke about farts early on in my set and I talk about the fart joke like 20 minutes later in the set.
Yeah, that's some serious inside baseball.
The target has killed the corpse,
Callback?
teleports, and said, "Oh, so sad."
Oh, look, the corpse is my familiar.
This will keep Malbut from taking her wings.
You can specify a number of points of damage your familiar takes before they come back. You have to do so when you cast a spell. This is fucking cool. It has a long range. Lasts for 10 minutes per level or until expect it. Neat.
I think it's going to be. I think it's a pretty worthwhile thing to have.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't see any problems with that.
Cool.
Luke, man, what's going on with you?
Oh, 3-day weekend. Spent yesterday cleaning. and played some Divinity 2, which was pretty fun.
Nice.
Went back to work today and ate cookies for breakfast this morning.
I remember those old Cookie Crisp ads.
Cookie Crisp. I mean, this was just a straight up
Just cookies.
famous pack of cookies.
They were not part of this complete breakfast. Is that what I'm hearing?
If by complete breakfast you mean coffee and cookies, yeah, it was complete then.
I don't.
You ate breakfast like a 12-year-old. Okay, got it.
I mean, 12-year-olds are hazelnut lattes.
Right.
Like a 12-year-old on his own.
Yeah, on his own.
Yeah, I don't know. Life is good. Went on some nice dates over the weekend. It was a lot of fun. Put together a filing cabinet. That was also fun.
And then Professor, fourth level illusionist.
Yeah, he gets 2 second-level spells. He went with Dimension Hop because he's super excited to be able to teleport.
Ooh.
And he went with Command Undead because it's spooky. Spooky ooky.
That's a good one for an illusionist to take.
Are either of those illusion spells?
No.
But you have a minor image at...
Yes, I at least have one illusion spell to roll around with.
Alright, why don't we do a recap of what happened last game? Last game was like the
perfect horror movie. 42 Eldritch Lane, aka Meet the Gobblers. Following their visit to the Archidacrum, the party wander through the wizard's district and search for Mokranam's childhood home. Many surprises await the party at 42 Eldritch Lane. Anyone want to give a little more detailed summary or
Sure.
sort of a rundown of what happened?
42 Eldritch Lane is where the Mokranam Gobbler was born. It's where his master lived, and we went there to meet his master. It's a creepy house. It's got 2 weird gardeners hanging out in the trees out front. That's not normal. But it was normal to us because we rolled 2s.
Yeah.
Alright.
So we went and knocked on the front door and met their butler, who is either very strong or has incredible command over the house. He brought us in. He served us very, very stale tea with milk from some sort of mammal. The only mammals we think are in the house are rats.
Oh, that's pretty gross.
And a bowl of sugar. And we stole all of the sugar.
Yeah, we did. $20,
Yeah.
baby.
Oh, yeah.
Woo!
We can get in the museum
So
again.
Mokranam was able to open the doors to this house even though we can't, so we did some exploring, and we found a few strange things. There's a trophy room with alcoves where naked things are just sort of standing there, connected to the house with tubes.
My favorite room.
At the very top upstairs, there's a strange bed that emits a haunting, alluring scent and tendrils of magic. We closed the door on that and left it where it was.
The purple bed of kings.
Yeah, for the rat in the alcove, we disconnected it from its tube and some milky substance sort of came out, and then we vivisected it just to figure out what it was. And it's a normal rat. It was probably dead to begin with, and now it's super dead. Then the butler got annoyed that we were wandering around and told us we need to sleep.
Yes.
And he opened up 3 doors for us. A door to a room with 2 small beds.
Definitely not mimics.
A door to a room with 2 medium-sized beds.
Also, those weren't mimics.
And a
either.
door to a room with no bed?
I don't think he ever got
You didn't
one.
go into that room, but there was one large bed waiting for you that
Yeah.
turned into the chair.
Right.
Wasn't a mimic.
Because the
though.
professor said he would only sleep on a chair, I think, or...
I made
Yeah.
some excuse.
Yeah.
I'll just stand sleeping
because
in
nobody
the corner.
wanted to sleep on the beds because it was obviously a trap. Yeah, so we figured out after quizzing Mokranam Gobbler that there's also in the basement a terrible thing, and that it's a giant mouth, and that the gardeners feed it. And at this point, plus the fact that the doors seal with a weird slime similar to Mokranam's slime, we figured out that the house is itself a giant mimic. At that point, we decided it was time to leave Dodge, so we proceeded to start leaving.
The combat was you guys trying to escape from the house while the door was open.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was pretty good. You almost left Manny behind as the house was basically gassing the residents unconscious. I was ready to take Manny from you guys. I was like,
Training wheels can come off at this point.
It was real close.
It was real close. So basically, the party spilled out onto to the dark streets of the Wizards District, and it's now the middle of the night. Where are you going?
I think we're just walking home.
Casually. Well, that was fun.
Yeah, I think we're getting low on spells.
We definitely need to sleep.
It's night. We want to sleep to level. I think we're walking home. Maybe hit up the city tomorrow to sell.
Yeah, sell things and buy things.
A hand.
Okay. Are you?
Walking all the way back to Villa Malabella, it'll probably be morning by the time you get back.
No, I think we're gonna sleep at the professor's residence or something like that in town.
If we can,
You can always find a door.
Get there, we can use the door on the back of Zephyros too.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm carrying a door. Why are we
We
walking?
have a door.
We would for sure want to go someplace discreet to do it.
There are lots of grand
Screw
homes,
that!
grand homes
Cool
and towers
pieces of
and manors in the neighborhood that you're in.
I don't think anybody's gonna let us in anywhere.
We could sneak into an abandoned one.
Sounds fun.
Spooky Mansion Part 2, here we go!
Okay,
It's
so
happening again.
you're wandering around the Wizards District looking for a door that faces the street, or something that is out of the way.
Something, are we looking for something abandoned, or are we looking for just a place to use the key?
Pixel is basically a sprite, right? For stats?
She's in a Tomy or a Mite.
Tommy.
What are you guys into? Trying to find an abandoned place, break in and spend the night, or trying to find an out of the way place to use the key?
I'm fine with just finding a nice park. And we can sleep in a tree.
Sleeping in trees isn't quite my preference. Zephyros, Ludo, what do you say? Shall we try and find unused domicile? Or
Zephyros got 9 damage, Mokram's got 17, Manny's got 14 and 16 non-lethal, Tech's got 16. It looks like the party's kind of beat up at this
I
point.
think we should take a less intrusive action and probably use our magical key that brings us to any location we...
we need to find someplace out of the way to use it, though.
I think it'll be more efficient for us to just walk a distance and get to a dark place and use the key than it is to try and find a domicile somewhere.
Well, what door are we going to put the key in?
Oh, probably that one on Zephyros's back would do.
We'll have to leave it behind.
Ah, very true. A good point indeed.
The neighborhood that you're in are all homes. You're a couple of blocks away from where there are businesses and where the Wizard's Alley is, where there were plenty of doors that are accessible based off the street.
I suppose I don't quite like using a stranger's house in the Wizard District to use one of the most powerful artifacts in the plane. Seems like asking for trouble, if you ask me.
Let's just get out of here, says Manny. He's like on one knee, sort of still puking up his
Barely
lunch.
making it, yeah.
We could always pretend that one of us has a desperate need for a bathroom and smell somebody or stink somebody out of their house.
I don't think we'd get past the front door, to be honest. Quite a posh neighborhood. Well, it seems we're at an impasse here, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, I used to be homeless, so I'm not against passing out anywhere, I guess, as Pharisee said.
Is there the magical equivalent of a cab here?
A magical equivalent? Probably no. There are, in busy areas, probably during the day, palanquins that you could, or wagons that you could probably hitch a ride on. You're in the middle of like a rich district. You hear a dog barking. There are glowing lights coming off of the very tall lampposts at the entranceways of these like half-acre lots. Someone eventually is going to come by, and your group looks very suspicious right now.
Shall we continue walking while we talk?
Yes.
Yeah.
Perhaps Pixel could scout out for a quiet doorway we could use that's unlocked.
Sure.
Okay. Pixel has it goes up into the air.
See if we can find a shed.
Yeah.
Finding a door is not that difficult. We'll say roll a d6. I'll roll a d20. If I roll lower than you, then an encounter happens before you find the door.
I'll roll a d6. I got a 5.
I got a 15. Okay, she finds at the edge of a property a wagon shed, and that has a door on it along the side. Not the big. Garage. It's like basically a wagon garage. It's like a prototypical garage, but it has a side door on it. The side door is locked, and it is the little alleyway leading to the door. That kind of cuts between two properties. Pixel comes excitedly back, like she found a door.
All right, shall we? But be quiet. And remember, we don't know if anyone will be waiting for us at the hut. So, look alive, gentlemen.
What was the percentage? What was
88,
it was
98.
it was in the 80s,
Yeah, we're
right?
up in the high to mid 80s.
All right, so
I think you had it marked somewhere.
all of you, I should probably keep track of it just on
I'm
a sheet.
pretty sure you had a sheet where you're counting them down.
DM stuff, random hut encounter, 1d86.
That's close.
Okay, the group of you goes to the alleyway. Ludo produces the key from his magical bag. Just the power of the key. You're a little exhausted though from your ordeal at 42 Eldritch Lane. The key whirs and changes. A blue light comes out of the keyhole. You press this long key into the keyhole of this side door, which you think was locked. And the door just simply slides open. Give me a 1d86.
So it worked on a locked door.
Yep.
Interesting.
Oh, captures.
I was about to say who rolled.
Second time's a charm.
Okay, I'll just take that number down by a couple.
There's one. There was one before.
The door opens with a bluish light, and you can see the strange, oversized furniture of the is it octagonal room of the hut?
Yeah.
Henry will
The hut with chicken feet in some strange dimension far from here.
fold his hands a little bit in front of him and whisper a prayer. Henry, if you're listening up there, I hope this place is still safe. And will step through the doorway.
Yep, the group of you piles in. You can see sitting on top of where it's a different place today. Where is Vladimir? Vladimir's sitting on top of one of the bookshelves.
In the tub with a
No,
cat-sized shower cap on his head.
attacking a rubber ducky. No, he's just sitting on top of. He was walking along the tops of the bookshelves, and he just stopped when he saw you guys come in, looking at you with his strange eyes.
Hello, Vladimir. Nice to see you as always.
May I have a moment?
By all means.
The group of you moves. I'm assuming you're all like hurrying through the open portal.
Yes.
I'll
Into
go through.
Yes.
the hut?
Yep.
Yeah. And I think closing the door as quickly as we can. So
I'm sorry
no
that the
trace.
house tried to eat you.
Makarnum's still apologetic. This time, for whatever reason, the door didn't stay open for very long. Like, it was already shutting when you decided you were going to pull it in.
Ah.
It was a very quick doorway. Okay, Vladimir hisses at the professor like normal. Jumps from the bookshelf onto the bed. And then it's starting to circle around at the end of the bed like it's going to go to sleep. Meeting the blankets of the oversized bed that you guys seem to be afraid to sleep in.
Got goddamn symbols under your head. Not laying on that thing. I already saw a haunted bed. We just got back from one.
Things are generally as you left it. Like, you're not seeing anything obvious out of place.
I'm going to go over to the chair.
Okay. Do you want me to open up the hut, or?
No.
No, okay.
We've been here a lot.
And take out a pillow from my bag. It's my pillow, my magical pillow.
Yeah.
What did it do again?
Fart
It stores the last 10 words of the last person's thought.
Oh, okay.
And I'm going to set it on the chair and
And you
say,
leave a message.
Pat, Pat, here you are, Vladimir. Maybe he'll like us better if we give him a nice bed.
Okay. You do see Vladimir watching you, as you're the only one who really wandered into the room.
If only we had fish treats.
We'll have to bring some fish treats next time. Well, I bet we can get them in the city.
Vladimir perks up at that.
Come, let us go.
You're pretty sure he understood what you meant.
Right.
He's looking at Ludo. The mention of fish treats.
Ludo's gonna tap the pillow. Just see what she
Yeah,
does.
Vladimir cautiously gets off the bed and then hops up, kind of on a hind legs, and sort of sniffs the pillow as it's sitting on the chair, and then goes down on all fours and then hops up.
It's okay. You can enjoy it. All right, I'll wander back towards the door.
Yep.
That's it.
It plays with one of the tassels at the corner of the pillow first, and
I'm gonna head back to the door as well.
yeah, okay.
Shall we?
Where are you thinking?
I am thinking of the Villa Malabella, preferably let's just do the front door.
Okay.
Just do the gate.
Let's just fight that giant monster thing.
Alarm system. So there's still that weird undead thing wandering around the perimeter, right?
Yes.
Grounds.
Yes.
God damn it.
I need to get some.
Thing creeps me out. Should put a cloak on it.
We could.
All right.
Some armor and weapons for it.
You are now at home sweet home. You've returned to Villa Malavella. Things seem to be as you've left them. It was a very, very long day yesterday.
thank Gadora.
Oh, I think I'll head to the sauna for a bit.
Good idea.
Manny looks grumpy because he was thinking about going there as well.
Oh, Mandrius, there's enough room for the two of us.
Sephiroth will walk with them.
All right, so you guys have a cleansing sauna and then sleep deeply in your beds.
Hell yeah.
And nothing bad happens.
The images of your past lives, or in the case of Pharisee, the Pharisee that will be, kind of dominate your dreams this evening as more powers are revealed to you. You can feel Zolara's hand in this.
Ooh.
As she guides you to look upon the actions and skills of your past lives, chiefly the gnome illusionist trickster, the pyromaniac goblin for Zephyros, the noble warrior, Rakasta, Manny, the devout battle cleric, the dwarven battle cleric, and who knows what the others see, if anything.
Upon waking from those dreams, I will make my way to the occult parlor.
Yep.
And we'll take out Zolara's Harrow deck and we'll deal hands sort of absent-mindedly until I hear people stirring.
Okay. What question are you asking the Harrow deck when you're doing a reading?
I'm not asking a question, I'm just thinking and trying to remember as many of my dreams as I can, and sort of leaving my mind open to wander, and letting the cards sort of speak to me.
Give me a profession fortune teller.
Nice, I got that one. Professional fortune teller. +7. Do I get any bonuses for doing it in the occult parlor?
I don't think you've spent enough money in the occult parlor for that.
Would it have anything in... Where did we have the stuff about the house?
I'm just looking through Harrow cards at this point.
13. Not that good.
I sent you a link with the text in the pillow. Or with the thought in the pillow.
Okay.
A single card sticks out from the reading that you do. You don't know its significance with your low roll, but you know that this was the center of it's actually two cards. It was the center of the reading. And you can feel Zolara's hand in this.
Mm-hmm.
One card was the card of the empty throne.
And I have no idea what that does with my low roll.
The empty throne is a crown suit. It's the first face of a crown suit. You again don't know what.
Mm-hmm.
The next card that was very close to the empty throne was the liar card. Which is also a crown suit card. It is one that your group has not pulled yet.
Mm-hmm.
In their special group harrowing that happens.
Mm-hmm.
The liar depicts a black-haired woman with a crown with the body of a snake, holding a rotten or dying bouquet of roses. Whereas the empty throne has someone prostrating before a obelisk of power.
Can you hold them up for chat?
Sure. So there is the empty throne. No, sorry, there's the liar. That's the liar card. Cool. And there is the empty throne. The ghostly visage of a ruler in the background and kind of a funeral.
I like that creepy obelisk in it. That's fun.
You're not sure how this pertains to you. Like you're sort of at a loss of what this means to Like, are you? Who's the ruler in your group?
And I think it specifically applies to us, not to the world around us.
13 is. These are the 2 cards.
There you go.
Was it? Yeah.
You misinterpret or are confused by the cards around it in the context in which it sits.
Do these ones give us any powers if we use them, or are these just readings?
Nothing that manifests directly,
Okay.
or obviously.
I'll head down to the kitchen, start making tea, and tell the others of what I saw in the readings and what dreams I had.
Texaraka Gat's doing some sort of weird dance. It's like this slow mantis thing.
It picture like Tai Chi, but
For
Diagram.
for Thrycreen? Yep.
Joked.
Thrychi?
Thrychi.
I love it.
Why didn't I see that?
Luna was like trying to learn from him.
You're like, wait, is that a leg or is that an arm?
Yeah,
He's got 4 arms.
Practicing his agility while he's like doing that with them. Balance.
The old man stands for a while, sipping his tea, just watching the 2 of them go about it.
all right. Plans. It sounds like are going to be made. The group eventually assembles in the Villa Malavella kitchen.
After explaining the strange dreams the professor had and the Harrow reading from this morning, does anybody make any comments or?
The empty throne could be that chair in the extra dimensional space in the hut.
Oh, perhaps it was the chair that you didn't sit in. Because it was a Mockernom gobbler.
We doubt it, but
Perhaps.
Or perhaps the changeover with the king that's happening. Isn't he supposed to go into his hibernation soon or come out of it?
Oh, yes.
He should be addressing the populace, his subjects, today.
We should attend that. You should attend that.
Well, I was thinking of going to the skin grafters market to buy a certain hand.
See if someone will give you a hand?
Yes, of course.
What a waste.
Thinking maybe pawning some of those hats and coats we found yesterday for some spare cash.
I need my hands.
That seems wise.
no, yours won't work anyways.
We want a hand that looks like a wizard hand.
Yes.
My hands work perfectly fine.
Yes.
Oh yes, they do, but not as a wizard.
I am not a wizard.
No.
You're not.
Wait, could be.
You are a wizard. Did you forget?
Oh. Sometimes I do forget, yes.
An elephant never forgets.
Ew.
Is he sick?
Hard to say. We should fix your weapon sometime too, Tech.
Yes.
Yeah, he pulls it out and shows it to you.
Do you do weapon crafting?
Manny? Mandres?
Zephyros or Mandres?
Oh yeah, who built the forge?
We do have that nifty forge.
Zephyros.
I have craft magic arms and armor.
Do you have any
No, so-
any
but
skill at the
not
forge?
Weapon. I have craft weapons +9, craft armor +9, craft clothing +9, craft footwear +9. I don't see anything specifically forge.
None. It's just I'm not even sure if it's master.
Yeah.
Mending.
Master?
Oh,
Just a bunch of mending spells could
Yeah.
fix it.
we should do that.
What are you looking for? A mending spell.
Yeah.
Zephyros has mending.
That's a cantrip, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Nice.
Over breakfast, you basically mend Texaraka Gat's one of his swords that jiggled loose out of its that was loose in its hilt, and you get rid of the broken condition on his sword.
Very nice.
Nice.
Do we need mending prepared for today?
Yes.
Okay.
He is a wizard.
After he fixes the sword.
A wizard with metal as well, it seems. How nice.
Have you lost your powers? He says to. Tex seems to not get the joke and seems to be really concerned that the professor has lost his powers. Has he forgotten?
I think the professor has forgotten many things, but not his magic. I'm sure he can still cast. I think he was telling a falsehood. Or something.
Then we will not butcher him for meat.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Not yet.
Tech nods. And now you know what Thrycreen do with their elderly.
Do they taste the same? Or is there a
Good
spice?
news, Professor!
Lazy aged.
Manny's face flinched at the word of
At the thought of Professor meat, and you notice he turns away and kind of becomes busy at something else to try to change his.
Oh, yeah, I feel sorry for that guy.
Not much
Does he-
meat on me.
Does he still have the knife that makes him hungry?
Yep. Yeah, he still cuts meat with it and prepares his food, carries it around everywhere he goes. He doesn't use
Use it in combat, but he uses a lot for like around the house kind of activities, fixing stuff,
more so like
cutting and preparing meals and that sort of thing. Made a great screwdriver.
So, shall we head to town, sell off one of those hats and coats, then buy a mummified hand? Perhaps if we're nearby, catch the king's speech. Maybe get ready for nightfall to make our attempt at the museum.
Yes, I'll bring my woodworking tools.
I think watching the king's speech is probably a good idea.
We do need to know if it works on locked doors.
That shed was locked yesterday when we used it as an entry point.
Oh. But it probably works as an exit point too then.
I would hope it would work both ways. At the worst, it won't work at all when we try it. Well, no worse for wear. And you could just pick a bathroom door. They probably don't lock those.
what are you selling?
A hat of disguise and a coat of,
Trenching.
How much did we? How much hit points did we recover overnight?
Good question. You recover your level in hit points. So
Did the sauna help?
It made you feel better, but it didn't actually recover hit points any quicker.
Not those non-lethal.
Well, then those finisher on to nothing.
what you need is a life oracle hanging around with a huge heal skill.
yeah, the most accurate hit point numbers are on the Makronom house map.
Is it Malva?
Yeah, I'm just checking his level to know how much.
Yeah, all the non-lethal would be gone on Manny. He'd still have 9.
You would need to make a deal with Malbut, I think, to get healing from him at this point.
He's milling about.
Gee, so Markernum's only going to recover 3 hit points.
He's 4th level.
Oh, his sheet says 3.
Oh, okay. Well, then
Oh, no, never mind. 4th level top. I see it.
Manny does have channels he can use to heal you guys, but that means he won't have it. He won't have that healing later on.
Mm-hmm.
He's perfectly fine with healing the group that morning if everyone's still kind of ouchy. Let's see. He has 3 channels per day at 2d6. He'll do at least 1. That's 7.
That brings him down to 2, and Tech down to
4 damage.
Ludo's fine, Pixel's fine, Verise's fine.
Makronom's still hurt. Zephyrus looks like he's still hurt.
Okay, he'll use 1 more.
Zephyrus only has 4 damage.
He heals 5 off
Everyone, so he heals the last of his battle damage. Tech doesn't have any.
Zephyrus doesn't have any, and Makronom has 8.
I'll save the last one for later.
Oh, it feels a little bit better, but I'm still a little bit hurt. But Makranam deserves it because he tried to bring you to a place where all of his friends would have been eaten.
Yeah.
Yes, serves you right, Makranam.
Oh, I know.
Makranam,
Yes.
do you think you could talk to this house if we went there again?
Oh, it's been a long time since I've talked to Mommy Daddy. Yeah,
Because
maybe.
We turned something it values into wood. And maybe it would want us to turn it back.
Oh, yeah, you use Barkwalder's wand of
Maybe it would
Evermark
give
on
us-
it that sometimes Makranam gets to keep in his belly.
Yes. Maybe he would give us. Maybe Mother Father would give us treasures in exchange.
Maybe. I think the gardeners and the butler get some of the treasures, but I think the house keeps some of the treasures.
I think that perhaps, if we get the chance, we should swing by and have you go and talk with them a little bit.
Ah,
Tell them we can make the butler normal again. Flesh again.
As long as his survives the transformation process, of course. But
Details.
Yeah, that could be,
perhaps we should not go back there all together right now.
I agree.
Maybe later
It made
after.
me very angry right now.
Oh yes, Makranam would be very angry if one of you was turned into wood.
I'm glad, Makranam. We would be. Yes, that makes sense. Good.
Okay, you head out into town. Where are you going to sell the hat of disguise that you got and one of the trench coats? What was the trench coat?
it's like a
It's an
plus
amulet of natural armor +1.
Yeah.
Body slot.
Need the store credit.
Yeah, you can go to the Devil's Pawn Shop.
I don't think we want to store credit because we have to go and buy a mummified hand, and I don't think they deal a lot of skin in the Devil's Pawn Shop.
So you want cash, is what you're saying?
Yes.
Cold hard cash.
Loyalty points.
I'm sure we could get cash out of them. We also might be able to just sell these in the Wizard District. This is legitimate loot.
Mm-hmm.
I
Do
think
we know when the King's speech is?
No, this is the day that he's supposed to appear in the People's Square. There's a pulpit that's above it.
I think we should go to the Wizard District then first. Try and sell things there.
Yeah.
Is Melbert around?
Malbut is around. He is hiding out in the Villa Malabella.
Right, but he's probably pushing us to sort out his stuff as well.
Yeah, if you go talk to Malbut, Malbut is
A little surly that morning.
We're learning more about
You notice him
about the spider.
You notice him writing out like blank contracts and that sort of thing.
Right.
Do you want to talk to Malbut or?
Well, I was just curious to know whether he, on his own accord, approached us. I'm going to avoid him
Okay.
because I know exactly what he's going to ask me to do, and I'm not in a position to do it yet.
He's taken over the scribing room, and he's probably working on his 36th
Blank contract at this point in time.
I think we should appraise these items
Okay.
so we know about how much we should expect to get out of them.
Awesome. Yeah, go ahead and give me appraise checks or knowledge arcana checks. You can aid each other in this roll.
Yeah, let me just check my sheet.
It looks
Like Ludo, they're not just going to send you to the Devil's Pawn Shop with expensive stuff. It's worked alone.
Every time.
I don't know if anybody wants to aid. I've got pretty high praise.
I'm trying. I'm just waiting for my sheet to open.
I'll aid you. I can auto aid on both appraise and knowledge arcana, but
I'm
let's.
+6.
Loading page. Thank you.
What? I've never had to. Do I roll for aid?
Just roll a d20. You're trying to get DC 10 to 8.
15.
Yeah, plus 6 was it?
6, yeah.
Yeah, so you aid, I aid, you've got +4.
I might aid. I'm still just trying to get into my sheet for some reason.
Roll a d20.
Appraise, I've got +9, so as long as I don't fail on
Okay,
one,
yeah,
I'll aid.
so you do it because you can't fail. You don't fail on a nat 1 on this. So you've got +6 on the appraise.
34.
Okay, which item?
The hat?
The hat you should probably get if someone was giving you fair market price for it. It is used is 900 gold.
Okay.
Okay.
If you bought it brand new, it would be 1800.
Effectively, you get half whenever you sell something,
900 gold. Okay.
or $900.
$900. You guys want to throw another aid my way on the?
You're the only one that's suspicious on the aid.
I have,
D20 +6.
yeah, 21.
Oh, we need a second one.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we're playing
Doing the other
Pawn
item.
Stars here, where they're looking at each item.
Oops. 22.
Nice.
Nice.
Alright, another 24.
This is a little more difficult to place. A normal amulet of natural armor is $2,000, which means if you sold it used, it's $1,000. But it's not in a normal body slot, so you might be able to get a little bit more for it being in a trench coat.
Don't take less than $1,000.
That's kind of what.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright, let's head out.
And ask for a little bit more.
Oh, is my skeleton still wandering around? He's still good?
Nothing has disturbed your manor, and the skeleton of the former master of Villa Malavala is still trudging through the dirt and wilderness in its endless patrol around your manor.
Does anyone have any spare weapons they're not using we could give to this skeleton?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing too fancy, I suppose, but...
The skeleton does see through its palms, so...
Can't use bows.
Does it need... It doesn't have eyes, though, does it?
Yeah, but it does have to see through
Sees
it.
as it did in life.
Okay. Alright, well... no matter.
It's that creepy thing that he who waits to eat that got turned into the skeleton.
Yes.
All right, you set up into the slough. Are you selling your items in the slough, or are you going up to the wizard's district to sell your items?
I think probably the wizard district will see, because the king's speech is up there, right?
Yep. But then you have to come back down to buy a hand. That's a lot of back and forth. I remember there's a whole elevator system that leads up between the plateau and the slough.
That's true.
Maybe we
It's
want
at least an
take
hour to
care
go
of
up there,
our-
to wait in line and go up that elevator.
Perhaps take care of the commerce quickly and then head up for the speech?
Seems reasonable.
Alright.
Okay.
You find yourselves at the Devil's Pawn Shop. Who is leading the negotiation? Just to speed things up, I'm not going to go through the whole rigmarole.
I'll do it.
Do it, I'll get carried away.
Okay.
I'll do it.
Give me profession merchant or diplomacy or your appraise check again. We could use the appraise results that you gave before.
Yeah, can we just do those to speed things along? The professor says he'd like $2,000 for the pair, no store credit. I've got things to buy. You understand, we're regular customers. If you sold skin grafter materials, perhaps we could do some business, but...
Okay, he will give you $900. It's almost like a no-brainer.
Brainer for the hat of disguise. It's like he doesn't argue for the hat of disguise.
Those are things he can turn those over pretty fast. Yeah.
You get $900
Counted out for the hat of disguise easy.
Whereas the trench coat, he's insisting on giving you
$600 and $400 store credit.
Sorry, as I said, $2,000 for the pair. We're in quite a bit of a hurry. We must be off. Like I said, if you sold the things we're looking for.
$600 and 600 in store credit?
6 and 5.
What do you think, Professor?
Oh, I'm frankly not in the mood for bartering today.
We could keep it. $900 is a decent amount.
True. Yes. Unfortunately, sir, on any other day I'd be willing to negotiate and take store credit, but today I'm a bit strapped for cash. And the museum does not take Devil's Pawn Shop in store credit, I'm afraid.
800 gold, or $800, 200 credit.
Okay, he doesn't quite understand the museum comment, but you said $800 and 300 store credit?
200 store credit.
200 store credit. He will do that.
What do you think, Professor?
No, it's fine, it's fine.
Okay.
It's not
Professor
bad.
sort of hand wavy doesn't really.
Whose name does store credit go into?
Oh, say Ludo. Say Ludo. I've spent a lot of money. Ludo.
Okay.
The happy fiend signs out a small bill that you've got $200 store credit at the Devil's Fork Pawn Shop.
Can I sell a couple masterwork things?
Sure, while you're here.
Care. I'm never gonna use them.
What are you selling?
Masterwork sap and Shoryuken.
Your Masterwork sap?
Yeah.
That allows you to do non-lethal damage to somebody.
You might
Yeah.
keep that out for knocking somebody out when you're sneaking
Can I
around.
just do non-lethal with?
At a -4 to hit, you
Anything
can.
I'll just sell Shoryuken then.
Okay, shuriken are normally sold in how many? 10? Let's see. Okay, add the 200 store credit, and then the shuriken, that is worth 350 plus 1 divided by 5.
And will he buy sugar?
He gives you $30 store credit for the Masterwork shuriken.
Oh, reject.
You don't want it.
Sorry, what's his name? Devilman. Sorry, but I'm looking for a bit of cash in these hard times. You see, after I bought that bow from you, I got in a bit of hot water. Not legally, just with friends.
He pulls out a $20 bill and puts it down.
That'll work.
Okay.
What does that mean? I got into hot water, not legally, just with friends. You got into a hot tub?
Oh, we did get into some hot tubs last night. I think it's more that Pharisee was a little pissed. He spent all of our money. He was supposed to buy one scroll, and he just bought a.
Could I interest you in some sugar, possibly?
He's not into sundries or.
What if I said it was drugs?
Is it drugs though?
He says that this isn't a common sundry shop. He points out several places where you can sell poisons.
Very well.
Legal poisons and luxury goods like sugar.
So, did we mark down the actual money we got off that? Did you?
Yeah, I added my 20 and then 200 DP.
Did you put the cash on yours?
I can. Sure. Yes.
Since you sort of took the lead there.
I
at the
can
end.
hang on to it.
Oh, that's all right.
Nothing bad's ever happened.
Yes.
As I think we're done transacting there. As we're leaving there and wandering our way to this spin alley or whatever it was called. Do we ever walk by the old candle maker's shop and ever see if that opened back up or anything? I don't want to necessarily like deep dive into it, but I like.
It was
We're curious.
900, right?
Yes. 17.
Nice. Yeah.
Yes.
Lavender Honeybottom.
Yeah.
She opened her store back up. She seems the Little Light of Mine is a candle shop in the Slough district.
Does it look like more run down or like?
She looks busy, and it looks like she's got some family members helping her out.
I'm not gonna go away.
Okay, so you just see that yes, there are people going in and out of the shop.
Yeah.
Nothing